Hello YouTube community, I'm James Blinken and welcome to the Season 3 finale of The Culturalist. And oh my god, the room is shaking. What is going on? Oh my god, is this the end of the world? Oh my god, no. It's just something worse than TikTok has been made. It's Be Real. Oh my god, this combines all the worst parts of stalking your friends and puts it into one convenient app. Essentially, Be Real allows you to take a picture of yourself and what you're doing, but the catch is you only have 2 minutes to do so. It's the new way to keep up with your friends and follow your friends. You also get to see the location of your friends and where the picture is coming from. So Jack will know when Tim ditches him for Don, but Jack, if it makes you feel better, Don peaked in high school and will have 3 ex-wives by the time he turns 30. Don't ask how I know this. Don just gives me that vibe. First off, I can't wait for the lawsuits because you know someone's going to crash their car because they have to do their post in that 2-minute window. Also, how's a selfie and a picture of what you're doing being real? I don't get that. How's that being more real than posting a snap story on Snapchat or being an influencer idiot on TikTok? I'm looking at 15% of people between the ages of 18 and 30. You know who you are, and most of you should just stop. You're being cringe as hell, and people just want to see you embarrass yourself by getting an OnlyFans and destroying your reputation by showing the world your junk. Don't do it. So part of being real is apparently being spontaneous, hence the random posting times. But even if that does not get you in a car crash, it can still be pretty awkward. Honey, it's our 3-month anniversary. Oh yeah, honey, I know. Let's get it on. Oh wait, hold that. Smile. What the fuck? I only have 2 minutes, you know? Just being real. We were about to fuck. Be real may make yourself less real in the moment if you catch my drift. Also, imagine just having bad luck with this app. Like being in Paris but having to take your picture from a bathroom. What are you supposed to do if you only have 2 minutes? You need to post or you're not cool, right? I feel like Be Real is a social media app that is designed to make you stress, especially with its limited accessibility. So this app is real popular with Gen Zers and is actually called Be Real because there's no filters. So I guess the original name, Be Filterless, did not test well with the focus groups. No more filters with everyone having clear skin and looking like you're one step away from doing an imitation of a mid-2000s cartoon character, except your skin is also glowing like an alien. Honestly, with face filters, people could look so fucking weird. Or funny. I'm never against dog filters, and whoever is can go fall down a well. I guess this app is teaching my generation to be more natural and in touch with their natural selves and with each other. But I'm not sure the way doing it is making us rush to our phones in a 2-minute period to take a picture of ourselves while doing our normal routines. Because most of the time, are we really doing things that are that interesting? No. Most of the time when we post on social media, the pictures are so planned so we could just make everyone jealous in our lives, right? That is the point. You know it, and Jessica definitely fucking knows it. In conclusion, I think the problem is building more social media apps instead of going back to more in-person forms of communication. Like socializing for 1 hour without looking at your fantasy team, Josh. You only gambled $10. Stop acting like if you don't check the app, you're gonna go bankrupt. Be Real might have some cool concepts like no filters, only being able to post for a brief moment a day, which is a double-edged sword. If you want to be more real, how about going on a walk in the park with a friend, and leaving your phone at home and your smartwatch and trying to enjoy life disconnected. It feels nice, and that's coming from a Gen Zer. And on that note, thank you for watching this episode and this season of The Culturalist. I'm James Blinken, and see you next season. Goodbye. Beyond supermarkets, let us talk about Facebook, Twitter's more awkward and more embarrassing big brother. Now, there are many types of different people who use Facebook, including your nephew who posts 15 times a day with articles on being woke, and that make you feel like a horrible person for not having politics control 100% of your social life. Then on the other hand, you have your racist uncle who defends himself that voting for Trump does not make him a racist. But let us face it, if you defend yourself for not being something, you probably are. Then you realize your uncle posts things from Bill O'Reilly's news website. Then you ask yourself, that guy's still around? Yep, he has a web show, a radio show, and a new book coming out called Killing Crazy Horse, which I'm pretty sure is one of his rejected stripper names. Of course, Bill went with the more obvious choice, Blower Bill 69, which sounds like a third grader would accidentally name his Fortnite account after his favorite thing, the number 69, without knowing its sexual connotation, and a blower motor. Isn't it so cool? It could blow warm and cold air. That's amazing, right? Just me? Okay. Of course, you have that one girl you friended on Facebook after you met her once at that party you can barely remember, who posts too many pictures with her boyfriend Brad and her other boyfriend Chad. Weirdly enough, they're okay with it. And she also posts links to dog adoption centers that make you just feel bad that you cannot just adopt all the dogs in the freaking world. Biscuit, yes, you are cute, and I bet you are a good boy, but I can't have you, your brother Mr. Barks, and your sister Libbets. And by the way, who the hell names their dog Libbets? It sounds like a weird infection your dog could get in their butt and you never heard of in your life. Okay, I think my point is made. There are many different types of people who use Facebook, and all three examples I listed above either make you feel like shit, make you mad, and again, make you feel like shit. But let's focus more on the second example. Facebook is a petri dish of political disagreements, from people posting fake articles about how Trump has a big penis size, which shows he is not a liar, and you're welcome for not showing a picture of that made-up article title. By the way, it was published by Bill O'Reilly's news website. But wait, how can a made-up article be published by Bill O'Reilly's website? The same way they publish news every day, because it's fake, and that's a fake slam.
Fake slam.
My point is that Facebook can be a toxic place filled with too much fake news, too much real news, and too much shit about local dog adoption centers. Again, don't get me wrong, if I could, I would adopt all the adoption centers on the planet Earth. If you are like me and tired of just seeing too much stuff on Facebook, just don't keep the app on your phone and make a promise to yourself to only look at the website once a day to lower the intake. Talking about intake makes me sound like I'm comparing the use of Facebook to a drug, and yes, I am. It's like a drug that pulls you in. It's like when your friend says, hey, try some crack, and you do. And then you are like, hey, I like the crack, and want to do it again and again. And each time you do it, it feels great and different. That's Facebook, a drug that you keep taking and don't know how the hell to stop it. Limit the amount of Facebook you see, and for God's sakes, don't get your news off your friend's feed. Get it from real sources like your local newspaper, because supporting them is always a great call. Or even the Washington Post, even BBC. They don't give a fuck about our country's dumb political shit. They try to keep the news as straightforward and little partisan as possible. So stop listening to the ignorant uncles and nephews on Facebook and check out the facts for yourself. Anyway, that's our show. Until our next encounter, I'm James Blinken, and this has been The Culturalist. My least favorite thing is going on Instagram. It's just so many people posting political stuff on their stories. Okay, it's fine to post these things once in a while, but not 50 posts a day or something like that. And just saying, posting your political opinions on Instagram saying something is disgusting or unacceptable is not enough. You have to make real change in other ways than complaining to the people who follow you. Posting on Instagram does jack squat. Bottom line, stop the posting and go vote, protest, or donate to a worthy cause. And please chill with posting so much on Instagram. It accomplishes only people getting annoyed at you. Social media, the biggest dick measuring contest. Think about it. On Instagram, you post your pictures, videos, and dear God, any new rapper song. Like if you're not reposting Kendrick's new song, what are you doing with your life? But that isn't even my main complaint. I can't stand when people post birthday posts. Because here's the thing, half the time people just post 20 pictures of their best friend on their story because it's their birthday. Because they're too scared what's going to happen if they don't. Like Jeanette would lose her complete shit if you don't post for her birthday.
And it better make me look fucking hot.
Exactly. What the hell is this expectation? Shouldn't me be saying happy birthday to you personally be enough for you? Like, it's not like me posting for a birthday is going to make someone stop and say,
oh my God, look at Brad. I love Brad.
This makes no sense.
Bye, Jeanette. And as I say all the time, you need to calm down, James, okay? A single birthday post is fine.
But 20 is not. It's too much. It makes you seem like they're a puppet to somebody, and it's annoying to scroll through. You know what? In conclusion, I think birthday posts on Instagram and other social media apps need to be severely restricted, people. Okay. Severely. I'm done with it. Now, I love complaining about social media as much as the next person, but there is one app, just one app, that makes most other social media look tame, and that is Snapchat. It's that app you really didn't want your dad to catch on about. Snapchat, I argue, is the worst for a multitude of reasons. You know, I really need somebody to talk to about this because it really bothers me. So I decided to complain to you guys about it. So let us begin. Let's start with Snap Maps, okay? A way you can stalk everybody who uses Snapchat. Is a friend late to meet you? Just check where they are on Snap Maps. Somebody's not texting or answering your calls? Look on their Snap Maps and scream that they are being an asshole. I think it's funny when Snap Maps were introduced, everybody thought it was crazy and an invasion of one's privacy, and now I'm like one of the few people who does not use it. Why would somebody want an app to track and show many other people almost exactly where you are at all times? Doesn't the government already do that? But of course, Snap Maps are used mostly to check if somebody has received your Snap message. If somebody has received your Snap message and you see them on Snap Maps, you get mad and start to scream about it. You will even scream about it to people who are near you. And then you ask, why is that person not reading my messages and responding? And why am I not the center of their world? And you know, we constantly check if somebody opened our message because honestly, Snapchat makes us all into stalkers. Like, come on, at one point or another, you would stalk someone to see if they received your message. Here's an example. Let's say you get a Snapchat from Vanessa, everybody's resident Starbucks girl, who yells at the barista for having the ice be too small in their iced coffee. And we have Chad, who is literally everybody's fuckboy who wants to find true love. And you know, the story is gonna end up the same, but let's keep going with it. Okay. So Chad and Vanessa are messaging back and forth on Snapchat. But whenever Vanessa messages Chad, Chad has to wait 10 minutes, at minimum 7 minutes, to respond back to Vanessa, because it's weird if you respond right away. But usually people are waiting, but the other person knows you're waiting too. So listen, if both people know you have to wait just because that's the status quo, why not break the status quo? You know, these are the things I don't get. Of course, there's that one trick where you could hold somebody's name and swipe back and then like show what they sent you as long as it's a message and not a photo. And you could see the text they sent to you, but it won't show the other person who sent you the text that you're reading it. It's a weird trick that Snapchat has. There's much more other stuff I complain about Snapchat, like stories. They are so stupid. Just think about it. We don't need to know if Kevin and Ann are at a Billie Eilish concert. But of course, they're going to both post it on both of their stories, like half the concert, but they're going to be shaking the whole time because they're high as kites. So like, now we can't even watch, and now we're just watching blurry footage of a dumb concert and just hearing screaming in the background. It's kind of a disaster. But you want to know what I do like seeing on Snapchat? Cute pictures or videos of dogs. Like, I will watch that all day, please. That's great. But what I don't want to see is a picture of you and Jim smoking. First of all, there's nothing like really that cool about smoking. You're not like a cool person. And nobody likes Jim. Like, nobody, okay? Nobody likes Jim. And I get it. Snap is supposed to show your life, but some things don't need to be seen. That's why we have TikTok, which I think is the actual worst app. Like, Snapchat is the worst, but TikTok is the worst. And don't ever, ever get me started on TikTok, Snapchat, teen young adult stars. They're the most annoying and basic people I ever saw. They either post weird faces, them working out, dumb dances, and then waking up and going to sleep. I will never get it why people follow these people and watch that. I will never understand. What should the conclusion be? Is it that Snapchat is just stupid? Well, yeah, it is. But I guess if you're bored and have nothing else to do, yeah, use Snapchat. Honestly, I think people just use Snapchat to waste time and to have notifications on their phone. I feel like that's actually the main purpose of Snapchat streaks, to have notifications on your phone, to feel less lonely. Like, before this COVID time, people use Snapchat too much and it's just waste their time. Oh, I got a Snapchat notification. Yeah, it's COVID time, all right? I know I hate it, but like, I fall victim to Snapchat, okay? You know, I'm not going to defend myself. You know what? That's our show, okay? Until our next encounter, I'm James Blinken. This has been The Culturalist. Stay safe. See, I did the half-open trick. Now, they won't be able to tell that I saw their message. And my Snap Maps are not on. That's a win. Social media is a big thing in a lot of our lives, and I've talked about it a lot on this show. We check on our friends with it, see funny cat memes, and for some, get news. Now, news should not be gotten from social media because you don't know necessarily where that information is coming from. And I'm not talking about like news outlets like the New York Times and BBC being on Instagram, Facebook, or Elon's only child that doesn't hate him because it's a social media website, X. It's adopted. But the point is, I'm talking about news outlets on these sites. I'm talking about smaller accounts or smaller social media-based news outlets that post news stories. Like, you see all these Instagram accounts claiming to be news, trustworthy sources, but are they real? This episode could be all about that question and going through specific accounts, but I'm going to focus more on what people repost. People repost a lot on social media because they like or agree or want to bring awareness to an issue that they find important. It's a personal thing to repost. Almost like it's a personal decision to scream into a pillow when you're about to lose your absolute shit. We all been there. Excuse me. The problem is that people repost things on social media without knowing where it's being posted from. And that could be really bad, because if people see something they like, they may repost it without knowing where it's from. Like, I see a funny, cute dog meme, I'm going to repost that and share it because it's cute. And seeing a dog chase its tail and fall over is adorably hilarious. But at the same point, that's not news. Some may argue that their social media page is an extension of themselves and just their thought process. I don't know. I'd rather get slapped by a fish across the face and get the word moist screamed in my ear than hear that BS answer why you post what you post on your social media. Because depending on how many followers you have, or if you're public, hundreds, if not thousands of people can see the stuff you repost. And if it's fake, that's bad. Okay, listen, I'm an American. I'm not trying to limit free speech. Now, that's more of a Donald thing. I'm just saying we all have to have some sort of standard for ourselves when it comes to what we repost, because people have malleable minds and can easily believe BS. Don't at me. You know it's true. Come on. Final point, be careful online and what you repost, because you don't know if it's true or not. If you want to check it first and see if multiple credible sources are reposting it, then repost it on your account. That's fine, but don't do it blindly like Frederick. He posts bad stuff about moon colonies controlled by monkeys, and Karens all over the world somehow believe it. Don't ask me, I don't know how it occurred, okay? That's just life, it's weird that way. Anyways, I have been James Blinken, this has been The Culturalist, thanks for watching. Be careful what you repost.